American Military University proudly presents Mission San Diego Military, produced by the San Diego Military Advisory Council and Cloudcast Media. San Diego is America's finest military city. From the Marines and Navy to the Coast Guard and Naval Special Warfare, San Diego is a proud military town. Mission San Diego Military will help you better understand how the San Diego military leads, innovates, and cares for community and country. Mission San Diego Military, co-hosted by the CEO of the San Diego Military Advisory Council, retired Rear Admiral David Boone, and Drew Schlossberg with Cloudcast Media, begins right now.
I'm Drew Schlossberg of Cloudcast Media, and we're co-host of Mission San Diego Military, a podcast series generously sponsored by American Military University, educating our military and their families since 1993. The podcast is produced by Cloudcast Media. We are thrilled to do a special edition of our Mission San Diego Military here at the SDMAC Achievement Awards number 18. And this event also serves as a major fundraiser for the SDMAC Foundation. I am thrilled to have sitting right next to me over here, Terry McKearney. He is the president of the SDMAC Foundation. Congratulations, a pretty cool night tonight.
Well, thank you, Drew. Thank you for being here. But I think you can hear from the noise in the background that we have a good number of folks here that are enjoying the evening. And again, as you said, we've got two objectives here. One, we're going to honor some of our local military heroes at the awards dinner, and then prior to that, our foundation is doing an auction fundraiser to help with our work too. So it's an important night, it's a busy night, and I'm just thrilled to see so many people here and having a good time and enjoying themselves.
Well, listen, I'm looking around the room over here. I see some people getting out there, and they're going ahead and bidding on things, which is the whole key to this event. How many different exhibit tables do you have out here?
Well, we have about 50 items, and they're split
nice.
between the tables that you see in front of you.
Right.
So we always have to have enough room so people can walk around and contemplate and bid. We're using an online bidding application, and so people have been able to access the app ahead of time and see some of the things we were offering. And actually, anybody who's aware of our auction can log in. Last year, we had people who were bidding from Northern Virginia, in fact. So, we try to make it as easy for people to spend their money with us and to help us out. But there's a lot of excitement. We've got some interesting things this year. We're doing a wall of wine, and then we're going to have a live auction with several special items before we wrap up here.
Now, can people, once this auction is over, can they bid afterwards, or it's done after tonight?
No, we're going to wrap it up tonight. We're going to wrap it up when we finish the reception at 6:30. Technically, we can, and some people now, some the nonprofits are doing extended auctions, but we want to make this focused on this particular event, so we wrap it up when we finish with the reception tonight.
Right. So tell us the mission of the foundation.
So the foundation's mission is to support military or transitioning here in San Diego, getting out of the military and starting a civilian career. And we want them to stay in San Diego and contribute to the local workforce, local economy, and to the local community because they make such terrific neighbors. It's very difficult for some people to stay in San Diego when they get out of the military because of the cost of living here. And I know people all the way from junior enlisted when they get out of the military all the way to senior officers who say, I'm not going to stay in San Diego, it's too expensive. Well, what most of them need is a job, and they need an opportunity to expand their education, their certification. And what the foundation does is we provide funding for those scholarships or those certifications that transitioning service members may need or that their families may need because it's important for spouses and families to want to settle in San Diego too.
So do you work closely with all the universities? Do you work with community colleges as well on those scholarships?
We have worked with the community colleges. We're just beginning to do that. We have very solid relationships with Cal State San Marcos, University of San Diego, and San Diego State University. And we are beginning to work with the community college, and we are also forming partnerships with trade organizations that are trying to form apprenticeship programs. Again, terrific jobs for a lot of the people getting out of the military who want to work in the trades, need that certification to get a job here in San Diego.
Yeah, we're chatting with Terry McKearney. He is the president of the SDMAC Foundation. I'm Drew Schlossberg of Cloudcast Media, doing a special edition of Mission San Diego Military here at the 18th Annual SDMAC Achievement Awards, benefiting the SDMAC Foundation. We're here at MCRD's Bayview Club. Talk about your background. How long did you serve?
I served for 20 years. I was what we call a surface warfare officer. I navigated ships. Did that for my 20-year career, and like the people that we're talking about, when it came time to retire, I, and importantly my family, my wife, wanted to stay here in San Diego and continue our lives here. So I was able to do that, and I want to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to do that when they make
I would be remiss, and then full disclosure, I actually knew Terry's wife before I knew Terry. We worked together at San Diego Unified School District a while ago, and then she went on to work in the Chula Vista Elementary School District. And Gloria is heavily involved in what you do. She's shoulder to shoulder with you. She's secretary of the foundation, is she not?
Well, she's the treasurer.
Treasurer, I'm sorry. Thank you very
much. She's
much.
the treasurer.
And she's here tonight, of course, and so forth.
She is here.
And she's, I don't think I'd be insulting you if I called her your better half and so forth.
No, I'm honored to be her.
I know you are.
I'm honored to be the man who accompanied Gloria McKearney to Southern California.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about what our listeners can do to support the foundation.
Well, you can go onto our website and donate at any particular time. Our website is sdmac.org/foundation. And we offer opportunities to donate at all times. We also have a sponsorship program that's geared more toward organizational or commercial businesses to extend their support for our foundation in a more structured way. So
how does that work? Talk about that.
So we have several categories of donations that are put into our sponsorship program,
right,
starting at a fairly high level and working on down. Traditionally, the foundation, since it was started, had relied on individual contributions, many from retired military people who were sympathetic to our mission. But as we see the need grow, we feel that we also need to have a more structured approach that community activities and businesses can participate in. So we started this sponsorship program this year.
Are you seeing it grow? Are there more people getting involved and more people being aware of the foundation?
We do see more awareness of the foundation. We do several events during the course of the year. We do a golf tournament. We participate in a spring campaign. And we also participate in Giving Tuesday, as well as our auction that we do tonight. And we do see increased interest, and we do see people more sympathetic and understanding of our mission and why we need to be able to provide these scholarships and these grants that we do.
Well, it is so important. As you know, San Diego is the #1 military port in the region. We got some great universities that want to be shoulder to shoulder with you folks on this. And I think the 3.3 million people or whatever the number is that live in San Diego County, seems like a change every 5 seconds, that know that what you folks do from a foundation standpoint, that are supporting these folks that are enhance what their academics are, whatever the case may be, lead them to jobs. And you mentioned something that's very, very important and a challenge. San Diego is not the most inexpensive place to live. It's a tough animal to deal with on that. Do you support any of that aspect of it, or not really? In terms of helping people with residence and all that.
We do.
Yeah,
we do. So, for example, some of the scholarship money that we give to students at the university, they are not obligated to necessarily use that for their scholarship or whatever. For example, we had one of our students who used that grant to move his fiancée to San Diego. People may say, well, why are you giving money to somebody to bring their family here? Well, that's exactly what we want to do. When he brings his fiancée here, they're going to settle here in San Diego, and that is exactly what our mission is for. But they wouldn't be able to afford to do it. There's kind of a perception now that the GI Bill, which is very generous, is enough to get everybody coming out of the military settled and up and off on a new career anywhere. That's not true in San Diego. GI Bill is generous and will cover your schooling,
nice,
but it won't cover your family's expenses.
Right, exactly. Talk a little bit about sort of been a recurring theme with the folks that we've been chatting with now, David Boone and so forth. We just talked to, Admiral Jarrett, the importance of the military spouse.
Well, we don't just enlist people anymore. We don't just commission people anymore. We commission and we enlist families. That was different from the Navy that I came into almost 50 years ago, but that's the reality right now. And those are reliable sailors, and again, they make great community members when they finish their time in the Navy. But the important thing is making sure that they can have a true family career and experience here in San Diego. And it's very important for spouses to be able to find jobs here. So, for example, at the policy end, at David's end, we are supporting legislation that would enhance and support reciprocity between professional licenses between states. So, for example, a lot of military spouses are either in the medical field or they're in the education field. They come to California on a tour with their husband or their spouse, and they can't get a job because they don't have the credentials. We want to see that that is facilitated so they can immediately come to work in California. So that's one instance where their policy concerns need to be addressed. And what we can do on the foundation side is we can help them get those credentials in the terms of the finances they may need to complete those.
That's great. Terry, a shout out to how do people get in touch with you and how do they support the foundation?
Again, our website is sdmac.org/foundation. I'm on there. You have the opportunity to learn about what the foundation is doing. Also, again, as we said earlier, the opportunity to donate, which as a nonprofit, we get by the generosity of our donors. That's why I'm so thrilled to see this crowd here tonight and be able to talk to you about what we can do to help our military transition into the civilian community.
Well, we're going to have you back on with some of your scholarship winners down the road, and just wishing you nothing but great success in the foundation and in tonight's auction as well.
Well, thank you, Drew. Thank you for being here, and I would love to introduce some of our scholars to you and your audience.
Consider that a done deal. I'm Drew Schlossberg of Cloudcast Media. You've been listening to a special edition of Mission San Diego Military here at the SDMAC 18th Annual Achievement Awards at the MCRD's Bayview Club. We hope you enjoyed the interview.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Mission San Diego Military, presented by American Military University, an educational leader for active duty military, veterans, and their families. Mission San Diego Military is produced by the San Diego Military Advisory Council in partnership with Cloudcast Media, the national leader in local podcasting. We're sure you learned quite a bit about why San Diego is America's finest military city. Please like, subscribe, and share the show.
Cloudcast Media.